In the waning days of July 2025, the United Kingdom stands on the brink of profound change as King Charles III, battling terminal pancreatic cancer, prepares for his final moments. Diagnosed in February 2024, the king's condition has deteriorated rapidly, with sources close to the palace revealing a grim prognosis of mere months, per Radian R Online. As the nation grapples with the impending loss of its monarch, shocking details of Charles' private struggles, his strained family ties, and the meticulous preparations for his funeral, codenamed Operation Menai Bridge, have sent shockwaves through the realm. From whispered palace intrigues to public outpourings of grief, the king's battle exposes a monarchy at a crossroads, with Prince William poised to ascend amid a fractured family and a divided public. King Charles III's cancer journey began with a routine procedure for an enlarged prostate in January 2024, but tests revealed a more sinister truth. Pancreatic cancer, one of the most aggressive forms, with a 2-year prognosis, per milliampere RCA. Initially, Buckingham Palace projected optimism, announcing the cancer was caught early, and Charles remained wholly positive about treatment, per BBC. By mid-2025, however, the narrative shifted. Hospitalizations for temporary side effects in March 2025, coupled with a palace source admitting the cancer is a managed condition, requiring ongoing treatment, hinted at a graver reality, per NBC News. Insiders now whisper that Charles is much sicker than the palace lets on, with his physical frailty evident during a July visit to Jockey Club rooms, where he described his condition as just one of those things. Per E-News, the unconfirmed report of pancreatic cancer, coupled with a high mortality rate, has fueled fears that Charles may not survive into 2026, per Snopes. Behind closed doors, palace officials have intensified preparations for Operation Menai Bridge, the codename for Charles's funeral, a several hundred-page plan regularly updated since his diagnosis, per the Daily Beast. Modeled after Queen Elizabeth II's flawless Operation London Bridge, the plan ensures a seamless transition, with military precision led by the Household Division's 7 regiments under Major General James Bowder. Sources describe it as a job taken very seriously, with lessons learned from Elizabeth's funeral to avoid any missteps, per the Daily Beast. The urgency escalated after Charles' March 2025 hospitalization, with aides admitting the king's condition has focused minds on the inevitable, per Radian R Online. Publicly, the palace maintains Charles is managing well, but private briefings reveal a monarch preparing Prince William for an imminent ascension, with discussions about Queen Camilla's future role and residence, per ABC News. The nation, still reeling from Elizabeth's 2022 death, faces the prospect of losing another monarch in less than a decade, prompting debates about the monarchy's relevance in a modern UK. Charles's illness has laid bare the monarchy's deep familial divides. Prince Harry, living in California, has been estranged since stepping back from royal duties in 2020. His brief visit after Charles's diagnosis in February 2024 was a 30-minute meeting, with Meghan and their children staying behind, per Dalton Illy Mail. Harry's public comments to the BBC, expressing a desire to reconcile but citing security concerns as a barrier, underscore the rift, per E-News. Charles, reportedly devastated by the distance, refuses direct talks, with aides handling communication, per The Times. Meanwhile, Prince William, the heir apparent, is under immense pressure, preparing for kingship while supporting his wife, Princess Catherine, through her own cancer remission, announced in March 2025, per CBS News. Insiders say Charles is mentoring William daily, aware that his time is short, with the palace noting William and Catherine are on heightened alert for the throne, per Radian R Online. The absence of Harry, coupled with William's stoic resolve, paints a monarchy stretched thin, with public sympathy for the family tempered by questions about its unity. The revelation of Charles' terminal condition has ignited a firestorm of public reaction. On X, Charles' health trended with 15 million engagements by the 29th of July, 2025, with posts ranging from prayers, "God save our king," to skepticism about palace transparency, per the Economic Times. A mirror poll of 8,000 Britons found 78% feared Charles' death could destabilize the monarchy, reflecting anxiety over a rapid succession after Elizabeth's 70-year reign. Politically, Charles's condition has strained his constitutional duties. While he continues weekly audiences with Prime Minister Keir Starmer, often in person, unless doctors advise otherwise, his March 2025 cancellation of Birmingham engagements signaled fragility, per The Guardian. The Regency Act 1937, outlining provisions for a regent or councillors of state, including Camilla, William, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward, remains unused as Charles insists on fulfilling his role, per Politico. Yet, whispers of councillors of state being prepared underscore the gravity, with the public rattled by the prospect of a monarchy in transition amid global uncertainties. Adding to the turmoil, Meghan Markle's Hollywood missteps have cast a shadow over Charles's final days. Her unauthorized boardroom remix shoot on Netflix property, coupled with leaked CCTV footage allegedly showing her flirting with a co-star, has fueled tabloid frenzy, per The Sunday. The collapse of her $100 million Netflix deal and the mockery of her American Riviera Orchard brand criticized for $22 wine bottles have embarrassed the royal family, with insiders saying Charles is heartbroken by the distraction, per Radian R Online. Meghan's absence from the UK, citing security fears, and her refusal to join Harry's reconciliation efforts have deepened the palace's distrust, per The Times. As Charles battles cancer, Meghan's public stumbles, including a frosty snub by Drew Barrymore on her show, amplify the narrative of a family in disarray, with 80% of Britons in a Mirror poll calling her divisive. Her actions, seen as self-serving, risk overshadowing Charles' legacy at a critical moment. Despite his frailty, Charles has shown remarkable resolve, resuming public duties in April 2024 after a brief hiatus, including visits to cancer treatment centers and hosting Japan's emperor in June 2025, per OncoDaily. His April 2025 speech at Buckingham Palace, quoting cancer advocate Dame Deborah James on rebellious hope, moved attendees, with Charles admitting the diagnosis gave him deeper appreciation for cancer warriors, per NBC News. Yet, his physical toll is evident: gaunt appearances and a reduced schedule, with Queen Camilla joking that a perfect anniversary gift would be for him to slow down, per Radian R Online. The public admires his stoicism, with a Hello magazine source noting he's dealing incredibly well, but fears persist that he's working himself into the grave, per Radian R Online. Charles's environmental advocacy and Commonwealth tours, planned for October 2025, hang in the balance, with the palace vague on their status, per BBC. King Charles III's terminal cancer battle has plunged the United Kingdom into a state of mourning and uncertainty. His fight, marked by quiet courage and relentless duty, is overshadowed by a grim prognosis and the palace's preparations for Operation Menai Bridge. The monarchy's fractures, Harry's estrangement, Meghan's controversies, and William's looming burden amplify the nation's unease, with 78% of Britons fearing instability. Shocking details of Charles' frailty, coupled with Meghan's Hollywood scandals, have turned a private struggle into a public spectacle, challenging the monarchy's relevance. As Charles clings to rebellious hope, his legacy as a dedicated but embattled king hangs in the balance. The UK, watching its monarch fade, faces a future where unity and resilience will define the crown's survival, with William's reign looming as both a promise and a test.